Alright, what's up, guys? So, this is another variation of Bubble Paladin. Nothing too crazy changed. The original list played Spike Ridge Steed, the 5 mana spell, and Divine Brew, the 1 mana spell. Spike Ridge Steed, wasn't super sure about that. Divine Brew sometimes was great, sometimes was just kind of boring. So what I did was I added a Demolition Renovator and a Bob the Bartender. I like this list a lot. It's got a lot of cards I love, but it didn't quite hit as well as I thought it would. So I'm gonna give this list a try just with these tiny tweaks. I know it's probably not considered Bubble Paladin if you're taking out Divine Brew. I'm also not playing, what's the guy's name? Tarek or something like that. Torith, excuse me. Torith, I think, is, by my guess, one of the reasons that it was called Bubble Paladin in the first place. But there's a lot of Divine Shield guys, so it's more or less the same thing. But I'm going to give this a try and see how this does. It's one of those decks that I want to be good, but I'm not sure if it actually is. It could be that the list I originally ran was just for maybe a past iteration of the metagame or something. But I'm going to try this. We're going to see what happens.
Remember my blade.
I really love going Tankgineer into Carnivorous Cubicle, so whenever that's possible, it's just too much fun. Let's keep this. It's normally always correct to keep Tankgineer, because it's such a powerful card in this. With or without Carnivorous Cubicle, it's a very powerful card. It's usually great to have stuff to do before it. There we go. Creature of Madness is a great draw. Very well timed. And if you haven't seen it yet, I dropped every single game I played to get to Legend this season for January 2026. So check that out. Took me 4 days, 105 games, about 17 hours of play. And I made it. Let's see. Divine Shield Wind Fury could be pretty good. This is a 3 mana 4/5. I don't really want to draw the auras. I guess drawing a Divine Shield minion could be good. That's a Tiger's Plushie, a Tankgineer.
I must move quickly.
Or Hardlight Protector. Yeah, let's do this for the value, I guess. I see your Creature of Madness with a Creature of Madness. It's nice to see Rogue in the metagame a little more lately. It seems like Rogue kind of disappeared for a hot minute after the sandbox nerf. It was still there. It didn't completely disappear, but I feel like it took a while for people to figure out the best iteration of it. Yeah, I think this is fine.
One more coat of paint should do it.
Oh, or Righteous Protector. Totally forgot about that guy. Well, not the greatest draw. But Gnomish Aura will get cycled away to draw cards, so there's some value there for sure. Well then. That could be very problematic. Okay. There are not a lot of ways to deal with something like that in this deck. Okay then.
Choose soon.
Well, I'm gonna go Tank Engineer into Carnivorous Cubicle, so we'll see if that can get there. And worst case, I've got Bob to freeze. I can put up taunt minions.
Let it dry.
2 more turns until the monstrous Cyborg Patriarch. That's amazing. It's basically a mech gorilla. Or silverback ape, whatever you want to call that. I don't know. But it's a machine that has fur. Let's just... Can we take that in for a second? A machine that has fur. Jeez. That's not bad. I like Bucket of Soldiers. I don't think it's a card that's worth playing in your actual deck list, but off of Creature of Madness or Discovering Minions, it can be pretty powerful. It's got to have the right situation, like under the right circumstances, it can steal the game. Because you get a little poisonous one, you know, you get a little, sometimes you get a little rush one that's handy. Just, you know, those bonus effects are kind of like rolling the dice. Yeah, let's just follow the plan, I think. Yeah, I think I just have to cubicle here. Now, I could kill this guy by attacking it with all my minions, but I think this is better. Because I get a 7/7 and another Tank Engineer, so it puts much more pressure on them. And if they find a way to kill this, then so be it. I got an extra Tank Engineer out of it, so, you know, that's decent value to begin with.
Who could put a price on such powerful artifact? I could.
All right, it's a tough choice for him. Cue the Jeopardy music. Are they going to take it? Oh, okay, they're just going to kill it. That's fine. Ooh, okay, timeout. I got 10 here. This will be another 6. That's 16. I don't hate that, actually. That's pretty reasonable. Now, they do get this guy next turn, which will be difficult to handle. But I think also doing this will be nice. Let's get rid of... You know what? I think we hold this for this guy, because that means I only got to deal 8 to him, so I can just go shoot it for 6, attack with this, and then I just got to get 1 point of damage in also, so... I've also got no Melia next turn that I can use, so let's throw that back. Cool. Yeah, Dream Planner could get a damage spell as well. So, whatever happens, yeah, seems like we're pretty set. I don't think Rogue has many ways to gain life or gain armor. I don't remember how much it costs, but there is that guy that gives them a hero from the past. Usually you can get some armor off of that. So there's a couple things that could get in the way, but seems pretty set. Hello? Are you gonna do anything, buddy?
Happy New Year, champion.
Yeah, sometimes just Tank Engineer and Cubicle will win the game. I think that plus the Crusader Aura was pretty tough.
Choose suit.
Okay. I think they just realized that they have to attack the Righteous Protector first. Oops. There you go. You got this, buddy. No hero power? Yeah, they're just dead. Yeah, no, Melia seems like the way to go. It's crazy. This is the highest legend rating I've ever had. Normally I'm in the thousands. But I guess getting it in 4 days, I think the first one I got was 455, something like that. Let me see here. Yeah, 455 is where I started at. The next day I logged in, and I think I was already in the 500s. So that's the thing. For those of you that have never made Legend, if you don't play, like pretty much, I think it's everybody that gets into Legend ends up bumping you, or like the people that are actively playing are vying for higher points. I don't know the rating, the whole number rating system for Legend completely, but I believe it has to do with just the people that are constantly battling and the amount of people that are getting into Legend. So there's probably all kinds of factors. We don't want Demolition Renovator here, but I do like this, having this in the deck. I think it gives you another way to handle different types of threats, because pretty much everybody and their mother is playing Elise. Like, and there's also random matchups, like there's a priest deck that plays a lot of locations. It helps in a lot of situations where you can get some good value. Not sure if I want to keep them all. They could be, so it's probably likely they're Cliff Dive Demon Hunter. I think Spell Demon Hunter and Aggro are much less common. Yeah, I'm going to keep them all. Ooh, look at that. Yeah, one gripe I have with the deck is there's a lot of 4s. I mean, there's just so many good cards that cost 4 in Paladin.
Happy New Year. Happy New Year, champion.
Cool, we got a solid curve.
The light dims, but we fight.
It still feels silly to be playing a Wisp just for Elise. Because since you're playing Gelbin and Maul, you can't play a 10-drop, because otherwise then the first Maul will draw you the 10-drop and the Ziliax, and then you don't get Gelbin. And normally Gelbin is an easy way to just kind of seal the deal on if you already have some forward momentum and, you know, good board presence, stuff like that. Shuffle your hand. Okay, then. And that was not something that they play in their deck. Well, I don't think this is very good, but a 3-mana 7/7 seems pretty good.
Repent.
I was thinking about coining out Tank Engineer, but I think, yeah, I think the Brain Gill is going to be much better. Sure. So far, no clues as to which they're playing. I think my guess is Spell Demon Hunter, based on what I've seen so far. Okay. Seems pretty good. Mm-hmm. And another maul. So I am very tempted to just maul, but I think Elise is probably the play. Yeah, normally it's just correct to play Elise when you can. There's obviously some strategy to it, but slamming her is almost never a bad idea. We're going to do the copy, because that'll go great with Tank Engineer and possibly other things. And yeah, I think that is the way to go. So they can kill this guy, but they're going to have to take 7 and lose 2 of their guys. So I don't think that's very profitable for them. Yeah, there's many games I played where Creature of Madness getting a dude with +4/+5 is just game winning. That has lifesteal? Yeah. Okay, so that's one way to do it. Pretty good. Good old Dream Planner. So... yeah, I think Terror Run is just the play here.
Let me think.
Let's do that, and and the next turn I've got Tank Engineer, make a copy of it. But I'll pump my dudes also, so I get an extra 2 or 4 attack, depending on if this lives.
I found a new source of power.
Okay, then. Seems pretty good. Ooh, good old Anachronos. So I don't think this is Anachronos worthy per se. I'm thinking about it though, because I can go Tank Engineer, make a copy, and Dream Planner
Let me think.
off the coin. I like that a little better than Anachronos, but I'm trying to assess how crazy this is, because they're going to basically get a free demon every other turn. So I do need to deal with the battlefield at some point. So let's see what I get off of this first. Blizzard's helpful. Shadow Flame is very interesting. Yeah, let's run it.
If it ain't broken, fix it anyway. If it ain't broken, fix it anyway.
And then that does give me the ability to kill this guy. I'm taking 5, which isn't great.
More deadly.
Okay, fine. Yeah, I was thinking Anachronos might be the call, just because if they had that much more, then this could happen. But what are you gonna do? Yeah, in the past I've been a little trigger happy with Anachronos, so I try to really save him for a time when he's necessary. I guess you could make a case that was necessary. Yeah, I'm trying to think of any other ways I could have played that.
Uther versus Malfurion.
Like I could have used the Shadow Flame that turn. Like if I made a copy of
I will fight.
Dream Planner or Elise, doesn't matter. And then a Shadow Flame, kill that. That takes their board out. That might have been better, actually. Yeah, we're going to throw back the plushie also. Tiger's plushie's pretty good. But there's so many 4s in the deck. It's pretty sucky when your hand is just like 3 4-drops and you're sitting there the first couple of turns doing nothing. So this seems way better.
The light dims, but we fight.
And I'm actually going to coin this out.
The light dims, but we fight.
Because if I can go Creature of Madness into a big guy, like if a +4/+5 guy would be incredible. Because then Crusader Aura after hitting 1, 2s, and 3s could be enough to get this over with. Okay. I think this is great. It makes another dude, which will just be even better for Crusader Aura. Excellent.
Repent! Repent!
So in theory, I could deal 18 to them next turn. Ah, of course they have a minion. Good old Tortolan Traveler. Fine, fine, fine. And removal. That's the guy I was going to use to kill it. Alright, that's very annoying. Alright, so this one has elusive now and bounces that bonus effect around. So I could just Crusader Aura anyway. Throw like these two guys at it, or no, throw these two, so that that can potentially give the death rattle to something else. I almost want a Tigress plushie though.
I wonder.
Because that'll draw another taunt minion. And they could just play another Tortolan. There are a couple different things they could play here.
Let's move quickly.
No, I think this is the play.
Repent! Repent!
Oh, you know what? I think I did that wrong. Yeah, I should have gone 2 1/1s. So I missed 1 point of damage. Just kidding. There it is, another taunt minion.
I remember this place.
Well, Tigress
well.
plushie should be great for that. And I can even play the mini and get rid of the other taunt minion. Oops. And let's actually... let's do this. That way I don't lose any guys. And then...
Repent!
yeah, it's fine. And at this point, even if they play something like Greybow, I don't remember if Greybow costs 7 or 8. But even if they play something crazy, I should be able to attack through it. Lifesteal would be a problem. Okay, yeah, I think they're probably light on answers here if they're just playing Terror Run. Yeah, that's fine. You're still dead, buddy.
Time waits for no one.
Sure.
I can see.
It gave me a it gave Creature of Madness Wind Fury. That's amazing. Alright. Yeah, some draws with this deck almost feel like aggro Paladin. Because you just like playing dudes and then Crusader Aura on 4. And then just hope they don't have answers. Except with this deck, you're able to follow it up with like Elise or, you know, Tank Cubicle or something. Yeah, I really want this deck to be like tier 1, but I don't think it is, and I don't think it will be. I'm working on it a little bit. I think there are definitely tweaks along the way that could help this. Demolition Renovator I don't think is going to make the cut eventually. But it seemed more testing out just to see. Because you can always trade it back in. Yeah, we're not keeping any of this garbage. Okay, Quest Mage. I like Portal Vanguard. That's pretty solid. Yeah, it's not the biggest minion or the... I mean, this discovers a minion and has Divine Shield Wind Fury, which could be great with Crusader Aura. Like, Wind Fury and Crusader Aura is bonkers. So that is an option. Yeah, you know what? I'm actually going to go for it. Yeah, the Divine Shield also means that, like, Resonance Coil is going to make it hard, or it's going to be harder to kill with Resonance Coil. And because it discovers a minion, it felt like I was going to go with Portal Vanguard, but this feels kind of in the same realm. I'm getting another minion, and it's better with the cards that are in my hand. So, and both of them would have had Taunt. Portal Vanguard would have been a 3 mana, I think 2/6 Taunt. This is a 3 mana 1/5, so...
Time runs out on me.
Alright, what do we get? I don't really like any of these. A 6-drop is nice, at least. Because I can go 4, maybe 5, and then that is 6. It's not very good, but a body is a body. Sometimes in war, you just need bodies. And I think by the time they realize that this guy is going to be a problem, it's going to be a little late. Ooh. Okay. So herein lies the ultimate question. Is that a counterspell? I don't think it is. I think it's worth going for the Crusader aura. But if it is a counterspell, this is going to hurt a lot. Come on. Oh, yeah. No, it's... Oh, wow. But but you put it there. Dang. Alright. It felt like it was worth the risk. I feel like Counterspell is a really random one to pick there. Maybe they just had the read. Yeah, that sucks. Oh well. Any card drawn is temporary. Oh my god. This seems so bad for Druid. I mean, for Mage. Yeah, I have no problem playing that. Both of these seem good. I think a bomb in their deck is reasonable. Plus charge, I mean... I wonder how much they regret getting this. Okay. Not too bad. Yeah, normally when I see this guy and I'm playing against, like, Control Warrior, Druid, Mage, it's just an auto pick. Because it makes their life so much more difficult. Okay, that's annoying. The question is, do I play Cubicle for the sake of playing Cubicle? I could just make a bunch of Righteous Protectors.
The light dims,
I'm gonna run it.
but we fight.
And I'm not gonna kill that guy, because I'm gonna just let it be a thorn in their side. If I gotta deal with it, so do you, homie. Interesting. Alright. How does that... Oh, I was going to say, how does that cost 1? But no, it costs 3 normally. Still pretty good for 3. I don't think Anachronos is the play. I think...
I wonder.
You know, actually, Anachronos might not be bad, because I can go that into Gelbin next turn. Let's give it a whirl.
Mistakes of the past.
I was thinking about possibly going Dream Planner, impact their battlefield, and if nothing was relevant, then play the Maul. But I don't mind losing the Maul there. If they don't have an answer for Gelbin, or excuse me, for Anachronos, then Gelbin just becomes way better. Because there's going to be Crusader Aura, Chronological, and the other 2 Fabled ones. So I get to attack for 10. Something's going to get +4/+4 in Divine Shield. And I get a 3/5 Drake, or Dragon. Oof. Alright, this is pretty good.
Time runs out on me.
good. But we're just gonna run it. And the bomb, great timing. So now Dream Planner's great, just damage to the face. Could do it.
Don't ask me!
Kick some dragon butt.
Okay, so might be able to make them burn cards with Chromie, if that's relevant. Wow, that sucks. That's okay. That's pretty hilarious. But I think they're just dead.
Have you filled out the paper?
Let's see if we can do it with Dream Planner. Yeah, there we go. Alright, 3-1 after 4 games. Pretty decent. I feel like the metagame is shifting a little bit. It's kind of adapting to the new decks that are popular at the moment. One deck I'm very happy is gaining some more popularity is Cliff Dive Demon Hunter. It's the deck that I used to do the last little push to Legend from like Platinum 5 forward. Excuse me, Diamond 5 forward. So I think every time a new deck gets more popular, it forces the metagame to kind of rebalance. And so that's part of why I wanted to try Bubble Paladin again, was because if combo is heavier, and especially for like Cliff Dive, that's not till turn 7 or sometimes later.
Fight with honor.
Sometimes stuff like Tanks in Your Cubicle, you know, Elise, Gelbin, stuff like that. Sometimes that can be enough to, you know, just have having like really solid cards. Because that's the thing about this deck. There is some synergy, of course, but for the most part, all of the cards in this deck are inherently powerful. Like Ziliax is a huge card. Nomelia, Bob, Tankjunior by itself is an inherently powerful card. Elise is incredible. Creature of Madness. Like, there's just so many cards pound for pound that are worth their value. And so sometimes when the metagame is kind of shifting a little bit more combo-y or, you know, being cute with stuff like Aggro Paladin, then you need something that's going to just, no matter what you play, be solid. So that was kind of some of my logic behind trying this deck again. Because like I said, I don't think it's going to be tier 1, but I do think it's probably tier like 1.5. You know, I would still put like Shaman, Death Knight. I used to put Mage in that top tier, but I don't know that Mage is that good anymore. A couple weeks ago, it seemed like everybody was playing Mage. About half the games on the ladder I was playing were against Mages. I've been seeing a lot of Rogue lately, though, which is nice. I love when Rogue gets its time in the spotlight. Hard to argue with a 3-mana 7/7. How do we not?
If it ain't broken, fix it anyway.
Wow. Okay then.
Wretched rights.
Not sure if that was the right call to break the shield there, but it felt like it could help kind of grind through that, because Tank Engineer's very good. I mean, that is a pretty solid answer to my 7/7.
Oh, have you filled out the paperwork?
Interesting. Shadow step it back. Indeed, indeed. Yeah, once people started realizing that Shadow Step is still just as good, if not better, than it was before, I think Rogue started seeing a lot more play. Between Elise, Dream Planner, Creature of Madness, there's just so many uses for it. So what I think I'm going to do here is this. I think this makes sure that I don't accidentally lose to this giant 7/7. And it gives my guy Poisonous. Cool. And now also the way's more clear for my own Tank Engineer into Cubicle. Okay. Seems good. That could be bad. Like if they take a Ziliax or another Tank Engineer. There are a few things that could be good. And Akranos could be good for them too. Stupid King Lane. Okay.
I remember this place well.
I couldn't grow jungle. Because the problem with Terra Run is I play it next turn, and then I can't tank. Like I want to make a copy of Tank Engineer pretty much. Yeah, I think. All right, no copy. That's lame.
Move quickly.
In that case, let's just use it. Yeah. So maybe Terra Run was the call. But you run that risk with Elise. Sometimes you just don't get the copy effect, which, in my opinion, is the best version of it. Copy plus something. I think copy, yeah, making a copy of a minion and getting a spell that costs less is probably those are probably the best two abilities on it. Especially at Terra Run for 5, because then the spell costs 4 less and you get a 5/5. Just bonkers value.
You soon.
Oh, have you filled out the paperwork?
That looks familiar. Maybe should have played the Creature of Madness first, but I don't think anything I'm going to get is going to be better than playing Tank Engineer. Yeah, let's get a 3-mana 7/8. That seems awesome. Copies a dragon or an elemental. So yeah, just the Whelp of the Infinite. It's very likely I'm going to play this next turn, but we'll see what they do. Gotta also watch out for Garona since I have King Lane in hand, so it would be good to get rid of that. Sure.
Choose soon.
Yeah, it's important for this deck to remember that most people are scared to kill Tank Engineer. So every now and then I'll be like, ooh, I don't know if I should play it. I don't want it to die before I can cubicle it. And then you're like, wait, nobody wants to kill it. So that seems okay. Yeah, I'm thinking I might just cubicle anyway, even though they have the Whelp of the Infinite. They're definitely gonna attack it.
Let me think.
Maybe Hero's Welcome is the way to go, but yeah, I think this is so powerful. It's hard not to. And we'll get rid of this. Nice. Seems like Gelbin's probably the way to go next.
Choose soon.
Gives me a taunt minion for protection. Gives me Crusader Aura. Just seems really awesome. And if they give me a 7/7, ooh baby, okay. Yeah. Oh, alright, very well played. Ooh. Alright, I don't know if I can justify Gelbin now. But yeah, I think this is fine. So it's going to be a 10/10. And let's just get some bodies on the board also, so that way, should I play Gelbin, I can actually get some decent attacks off the Crusader Aura. I gotta get this Cloud Serpent out there too. I would love to get multiple copies of Whelp. I don't think it'll be too relevant against them, but I mean, it's also just a 3-mana 7/8, so good card. I actually was a little disappointed not to see Cloud Serpent in more deck lists, because it seems like a great card on the surface. You get a copy of an elemental or dragon in your hand, but it just doesn't seem to make the cut in like Dragon Warrior, or yeah, Elemental Mage is not good enough. Yeah, not many uses I can think of otherwise. I've wanted to try it in Dragon Warrior, but if you already have cards that are good enough, then... I'm sorry, what? Your opponent draws 2 cards, you get copies of them. Okay, then. That is a fascinating card. And they just play it in their deck. Okay. Another Brawl? Well, they did Dream Planner twice, so... Seems good. Wow. Let me see what I draw for this. No. Yeah, I think I just gotta keep throwing threats on the board. This is a grindy game. This is definitely not a normal rogue deck. A lot of times, like, Cycle Rogue is the way most players go. Flashback, or, you know, the normal rogue cards that they're playing. Flashback and Everything Must Go, I think, are the main things that kind of spam the board. But this seems a little bit more like mid-rangey, control-y, something like that.
Choose soon.
Well, shoot, I'm going to burn a card now. Ooh, that sucks. So... I kind of like this here. Leaves me with 6 mana. Let's do this first. Okay, none of them are great, but I guess Consecration could come in handy. Alright, take 14. Okay. I can cubicle this also. That could be good. Alright, what do we got? Yeah, I can't help but feel like I'm a little favored in this matchup. Seems like most of what they've done has been reactionary. Ooh, that's pretty good. With lifesteal, too. That Crusader Aura is a little late. I guess they could have had that guy pumped more. So I have a couple of auras. What to do here? I think we're gonna do this. Decent draw. Okay. Cool. So that was the last chronological trigger. I think they've only got one more turn for their Mecha Torque. Yeah, this is the last turn. Feels like this game is taking forever. Jeez. Of course they got Ziliax. Alright. Well, they're down to 9 cards in their deck. Goodness gracious. Ooh, what timing. What timing, what timing. So let's get rid of one of these guys. Actually, we can get rid of both.
A quick snack.
And then... You know what? I don't think I actually need to Anachronos here. Because we're going to do this and this. Yeah, let's see how this goes. If they can get through the dragon, then obviously I'm dead, but... Let's see. Playing a little fast and loose here. I mean, Anachronos is a for sure thing.
You are a worthy.
Ah, fine. What do you got? Are they slow rolling the win, or do they not actually have it? Okay, looks like they might not have it.
Choose soon.
Ay, ay, ay. Give them a Nomelia? Come on. Well, if they would have played that first... Yeah, they just slow rolled the win. What a piece of garbage. I hate when people do that. Like, why are you wasting my time? Alright, whatever. Thank you for that. After that long, grindy game, you really gonna... Okay. Anyways. Like, I get when people are like, ooh, I can play this too. But it's like, when you just playing stuff to play it, hero power, play a weapon on top, yeah, just, that's kind of douchey in my experience. So yeah, Anachronos was the for sure thing. I figured there was a possibility that I might need him later, and so keeping that resource and then putting up a taunt guy and having dudes to be able to kill their big guy seemed reasonable enough, but it wasn't for sure, and I guess I should have gone with the for sure thing, but yet another rogue here. I'm tempted to keep Cubicle, but I don't know that that's the right call. Yeah, I think this is best. Interesting hand. Yeah, something I like about this deck is that it's got some range to it. Like, some of these games have been quick, and some of them are grindy. So I think that's a testament to the deck, because having that much range, you know, of how you play it, says a lot about the cards in it.
Welcome to the collection.
And I also like that this is a little different than normal Aura Paladin decks, because a lot of times in Aura Paladin, if you can grind through their Gelbin after their auras are gone, then you can just you can just find a way to kill them. They run out of steam, and it's over. This has a lot of other options for play.
Have you filled out the paperwork?
It's pretty sweet to be able to like tank Engineer Cubicle, you know, like turn 9 or later in the same turn.
Another tower down.
I was tempted to play 2 Whelp of the Infinite instead of the Demolition Renovator. So far, Renovator hasn't been relevant at all. Jeez, that's pretty good.
Well played.
Okay, so we're in kind of a bad spot now. Tiger's Plushie's helpful. Let's do this, actually.
Rock number 802, welcome to the collection.
I remember this place well.
I swear, if they have Shadow Step for that Elise, it's not good.
I remember this place well.
Okay. Well, not ideal. I was really hoping to get a copy of something there. Yeah, copying Tiger's Plushie would help a lot. Zilliax later in the game, potentially. But still not bad. Wow, they actually have the same exact one. Okay, then. That's not good. Alright, Tiger's Plushie to the rescue. And there's a Whelp, of course. I'm going to throw it out, because if we do this next turn, then obviously it can attack for 3.
Care to make a wager, friend?
The Draenei were
Pretty good.
tower.
No honor among thieves.
Have you filled out the paperwork?
I think Crusader Aura is pretty solid here. This is, I mean, Terra Run's great here. But Crusader Aura gains me 8 life, and I will hit them for
Let me think.
4, 5, 8, plus 8, 16. I should definitely kill this guy, though.
The light dims, but we fight.
All right. Still got 2 more turns of Crusader Aura. We'll see how relevant that is. Yeah, you know what? We're gonna do this.
Defensive action engaged.
For justice. Reporting for duty.
Mistakes of the past. Rewritten.
Alrighty then. Another ooze. I'm tempted just to Anachronos back.
Mistakes of the past. Rewritten.
Reporting for duty.
Yeah, if I can get any kind of board position, then Gelbin could potentially win the game. Same thing with Terra Run.
This treasure ain't fit for our pirate.
Seems good. Yeah, believe it or not, I think I'm gonna do this.
Reporting for duty.
Wow. That's crazy. Alright, and they get their minions back this turn.
Wager, friend.
Or no, next turn? I think next turn.
Mistakes
Yeah.
of the past. Rewritten.
Well, shoot. $19 power on board. Gelbin will give me a 3/5, pump a guy. Not sure that's going to be enough here. I don't think Creature of Madness does it, though. Let me do this, because I'm still going to have the mana for Gelbin after. Yeah, sure. Alright, well... They are still at 12, so if I can fight my way through this, you know, there is some potential, I guess.
Now this is treasure.
Alright, that's probably the nail in the coffin then. Yeah, I think I played Gelbin too early. I'm not sure how I would have fought through... Or not Gelbin, excuse me, Anachronos. I think I played Anachronos too early, but I'm not sure how I would have fought through in that position. I think I had Gelbin already, so maybe playing Gelbin was better than Anachronos in that spot, and I just wait out getting my minions back. Yeah, we're just dead here.
Well played. The victory.
Alright, so I'm going to call it there. 6 games, 3-3. Not the greatest record. I think there were some pretty good games in here and some kind of mediocre games. So, what are you going to do? I still like this deck a lot. Demolition Renovators, very likely not going to make the cut. 2 Whelp of the Infinite's probably better, but I do want to just experiment with other cards and see what I can do. So, yeah, check out the other videos on YouTube. Tons of stuff there. Don't forget to like and follow and all that fun stuff that I hate asking for, but makes a huge difference. So, thanks if you're already following. Peace and love, guys.